this is the best software for newer Amazon sellers for under $10 that you can get started with today. Someone that's been selling on Amazon since December of 2015, I have gone through a ton of different software programs, and ultimately I have landed on this one being the best one for people to start with after they get a Keepa account as an option to add into their Amazon business. Now, the reason is I actually evaluate these software programs based on a few different activities. One, does it support your ultimate end goal of one of the key activities in your Amazon business? And that is, how do you source more product? How do you replenish more items? And how do you keep purchasing more items that ultimately lead to your goals for sales, profit, etc.? The second thing is it complicated to get started with and kind of a headache and a pain? And then the third thing is, what does it cost? And what does it cost in relation to the amount of profit or sales that you can get back from using this software? And so I wanted to look for the best software under $10 for newer Amazon sellers, and ultimately I landed on one that I helped to start. So this is honestly a little bit self-serving, and I want to show you what this looks like, because there aren't very many software tools that start for under $10 for newer sellers, and this one starts at $7 per month, and I want to make sure that you are aware of all the different features. Now, the software I'm going to show you here is actually called Replen Dashboard. You can check it out at replendashboard.com, and whenever you go over to Replen Dashboard, you've got the option to see different pricing plans based on where you're at as a new seller. Now, I have a heart to support new sellers, which is why we have this $7 per month plan for anybody doing less than $10,000 per month in sales. Then you can get this for $7 per month. Also, we have a lead tracking feature for 10,000 leads that you can upload in the system. And again, that's for under $7 per month. I've seen lead tracking be hundreds of dollars per month for this many leads on other software programs. So you also get a free 30-day trial, etc. Now, as you grow in scale, it gets a little bit more expensive, but it still keeps up with $50,000 per month in revenue, or 50,000 leads, unlimited amounts of revenue, or 100,000 leads. So ultimately, this is the tool that you can check out if you are a newer seller. Now, here's what it does for you. If you're looking at this demo account, it tracks all of your inventory for you. It tells you how many you need to purchase over a 30, 60, 90-day period. It keeps track of all of your profitability, the buy box prices. If your price is higher than the buy box, it shows you that. You've got a nice little calculator. If we were to click into here, we can change the price and the cost and take a look at what that would do to our profitability. You've got the ability to see or to store all of your buy links for online arbitrage buy links. So that way, if it's time to restock this, you just click that link and it'll open up the product page for you to repurchase. Suppliers and store section if you're doing retail arbitrage, etc. But ultimately, there's a lot of data here that you can take a look at. But the things that you need to be focused on as a newer seller is, how much do I need to restock? And is this thing still profitable for me to do so? So if I want to see all items with over a $4 profit margin and over a 40% return on investment, you can see it pulls up all of the items in my inventory that have that. And I can also say I want to see everything that needs over one restocked over the 30-day period. Well, in that case, now I have 3 items in my inventory in this demo account that I can restock that has over a $4 profit, over a 40% return on investment, and that I need to restock based off of my sales data, right? You can see all the orders and units, etc. here, and based off of our sales and how much we actually have in stock. So that is a key component. How do you restock all of this inventory in a quick and manageable way without having to have spreadsheets and deal with that? Now, the second part of this is that you can also track all of your leads. Now, this is a huge component to being successful with your Amazon business, is making sure that you are storing leads that maybe you can't purchase right now, but you want to purchase in the future. And with Replen Dashboard, you can get up to 10,000 leads in that base tier of under $10 per month. It's $7 per month. In that base tier, you can get up to 10,000 leads. Now, here is another demo account that I use just for lead tracking. And ultimately, we've got 23,000 leads in this system. And you're able to just put in here an ASIN. You can put in the cost from your supplier, and then you put in the buy link if you have one for the store that you would be able to purchase it from. And you can come in here as you're building up hundreds or thousands of leads and say, you know what, I only want to see items that have an ROI of over 50%. And that brings it down to a much smaller data set right there. It looks like some data is still loading, but 716. And I want to see profit of $5 or higher. And so that's going to reduce that amount even further. And then you can even come over here here and say, I want to see a specific supplier. Maybe I want to see only things at Vitamin World, or only things at Yankee Candle, or only things at this Healthy Directions or Walmart, etc. And you can really narrow that list down much more into a manageable list of items that you want to repurchase. All you'd have to do is then go here and click on the link and say, cool, now this is time for me to repurchase it, as long as the cost is still accurate with what you put in there. So this is a way that you could start tracking items that maybe you weren't ready to purchase just yet. Maybe you didn't have enough capital. Maybe it wasn't at a profitability level that you wanted, or maybe there's a sale that came out at a particular store, and so you want to look for only items at that store. This way you are maximizing every second of your sourcing time. But ultimately, once you have a Keepa account, the next software that you should be looking to add as a new seller is Replen Dashboard, because it's going to tell you when to restock your items and how many you should be looking at doing, as long as it's still profitable. And you're also able to track all of these leads, plus you get all of these other things I'm not even going to mention in this video because that's too much as a new seller. If you're a mid-tier seller, you're doing over 10K a month, or a higher tier seller, then some of these other things are going to be very helpful for you as well. And I've done videos on that. But ultimately, this is the only tool that you need as a new seller after you get Keepa that costs less than $10 a month, which is a huge component, and will make you more than the $7 per month that you end up spending on this tool, right? If you have just one lead a month that you put into here that you buy, and you make $5 on 2 sales every month, you're making more by having Replen Dashboard. If you have one item in your inventory over here that you wouldn't have restocked, and you ultimately see it in here and you do restock it, and you make $10 on that one item, and you're going to be making more than you are spending on this tool. That is how you should be evaluating your software suite. You should be looking at, do I make more money just by having this software tool in my business? And ultimately, this is one of those tools that absolutely will do that for your business. So again, I know this is self-serving because I've owned this. This has been around since 2019. We're coming up on our 5th year of having this software program out in the world, and we've got so many people that love it and use it and rely on it in their business. And I just want to make sure that new sellers that are brand new, that are just early trying to get in and succeed with your Amazon business, this is one of the major tools that costs a very little amount that you can succeed with by just simply installing it, following some of the inventory replenishment suggestions, and doing the lead tracking on a day-to-day basis. It will set you far ahead of all the other sellers out there. So if you have any questions on Replen Dashboard, post them down below. We'll also have a link to the free Facebook group. Replen Dashboard has a support Facebook group that you can check out. Again, it's a 30-day free trial, $7 per month if you're new. If you're over $10,000 a month, then you can look at these other tiers. But ultimately, this is going to help your business to grow and scale and succeed if you implement it and use it on a regular basis. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope this video helps you and blesses you. You have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.